Much wealth brings many enemies. There is no one who became rich because he broke a holiday, no one became fat because he broke a fast. What you give you get, 10 times over. Greed loses what it has gained. You become wise when you begin to run out of money. If 10 cents does not go out, it does not bring in $1,000. You should not hoard your money and die of hunger. Wealth diminishes with usage, learning increases with use. Wisdom is not like money to be tied up and hidden. Having a good discussion is like having riches. Knowledge is better than riches. You must act as if it is impossible to fail. Do not let what you cannot do tear from your hands what you can. One who plants grapes by the roadside, and one who marries a pretty woman, share the most beautiful fig may contain a worm. It is only a stupid cow that rejoices at the prospect of being taken to a beautiful abattoir. A woman who pursues a man for sex loses her spiritual beauty. A chicken with beautiful plumage does not sit in a corner. The cook does not have to be a beautiful woman. Beautiful words don't put porridge in the pot. She is beautiful, she has love, understands, she respects herself and others, everyone likes, loves, and honors her, she is a goddess. There is always a winner even in a monkey's beauty contest. Dress up a stick and it'll be a beautiful bride. An ugly child of your own is more to you than a beautiful one belonging to your neighbor. Even the colors of a chameleon are for survival, not beauty. Beautiful discourse is rarer than emerald, yet it can be found among the servant girls at the grindstones. When a once beautiful piece of cloth has turned into rags, no one remembers that it was woven by Yuqua master weavers. A woman's polite devotion is her greatest beauty. There are many colorful flowers on the path of life, but the prettiest have the sharpest thorns. He who marries a beauty marries trouble. Despite the beauty of the moon, sun, and the stars, the sky also has a threatening thunder and striking lightning. Getting only a beautiful woman is like planting a vine on the roadside, everyone feeds on it. Greatness and beauty do not belong to the gods alone. Rooster's tail feathers, pretty but always behind. Beauty is not sold and eaten. She is like a road, pretty, but crooked. Why they like an ugly person takes long for a beautiful person to know. If you find Miss this year beautiful, then you'll find Miss next year even more so. The beauty of a woman becomes useless if there is no one to admire it. He who loves the vase loves also what is inside. It's much easier to fall in love than to stay in love. Coffee and love taste best when hot. Where there is love, there is no darkness. If you are ugly, you must either learn to dance or make love. Pretend you are dead and you will see who really loves you. To love the king is not bad, but a king who loves you is better. A happy man marries the girl he loves, but a happier man loves the girl he marries. If you marry a monkey for his wealth, the money goes and the monkey remains as is. Love never gets lost, it's only kept. Never marry a woman who has bigger feet than you. One thread for the needle, one love for the heart. Love has to be shown by deeds, not words. Love is a despot who spares no one. Marriage is like a groundnut, you have to crack it to see what is inside. Patience is the key that solves all problems. Hurry has no blessings. Patience is the mother of a beautiful child. To run is not necessarily to arrive. Patience can cook a stone. A patient man will eat ripe fruit. At the bottom of patience, one finds heaven. A patient person never misses a thing. Patience puts a crown on the head. Patience attracts happiness, it brings near that which is far. Always being in a hurry does not prevent death, neither does going slowly prevent living. However long the night, the dawn will break. As porridge benefits those who heat and eat it, so does a child benefit those that rear it. The forest not only hides man's enemies, but it's full of man's medicine, healing power, and food. One person is a thin porridge, 2 or 3 people are a lump of ugali. The man who counts the bits of food he swallows is never satisfied. Wine, women, and food give gladness to the heart. The food that is in the mouth is not yet in the belly. You cannot work for food when there is no food for work. The chicken that digs for food will not sleep hungry. He who eats another man's food will have his own food eaten by others. Food gained by fraud tastes sweet to a man, but he ends up with gravel in his mouth. No partridge scratches the ground in search of food for another. The grasshopper which is always near its mother eats the best food. Don't take another mouthful before you have swallowed what is in your mouth. Rich people sometimes eat bad food. The impotent man does not eat spicy foods. You should know what's being cooked in the kitchen, otherwise you might eat the forbidden food. When the leg does not walk, the stomach does not eat. A healthy person who begs for food is an insult to a generous farmer. One spoon of soup in need has more value than a pot of soup when we have an abundance of food. Cooked food is not sold for goats. The mouth is stupid, after eating it forgets who gave it the food. A dog knows the places he has thrown at food. One who eats alone cannot discuss the taste of the food with others. Words are sweet, but they never take the place of food. The man who has bread to eat does not appreciate the severity of a famine. He who doesn't clean his mouth before breakfast always complains that the food is sour. The hyena with a cub does not consume all the available food. When the food is cooked, there is no need to wait before eating it. What one won't eat by itself, one will eat when mixed with other food. Man is like a pepper, till you have chewed it you do not know how hot it is. No one gets a mouthful of food by picking between another person's teeth. It is not the cook's fault when the cassava turns out to be hard and tasteless. A housewife who complains that there is not enough foodstuff in the market should remember that if her husband adds to what is already available, there would be more for everyone. A spider's cobweb isn't only its sleeping spring but also its food trap. If you watch your pot, your food will not burn. Those who are at one regarding food are at one in life. Fine words do not produce food. Even the best cooking pot will not produce food. If I could see your face, I would not need food. If you find no fish, you have to eat bread. War is not porridge. The best of mankind is a farmer, the best food is fruit. Slowly, slowly, porridge goes into the gourd. One shares food, not words. If you are looking for a fly in your food, it means that you are full. Nature gave us two cheeks instead of one to make it easier to eat hot food. A patient that can swallow food makes the nurse doubtful. If you give bad food to your stomach, it drums for you to dance. A bad cook also has his/her share of the bad food. The forest provides food to the hunter after he is utterly exhausted. Things are to be tried. An old lady cooked stones and they produced soup. You cannot tell a hungry child that you gave him food yesterday. Good music goes with good food. Rich people cook their food in a potsherd. However little food we have, we'll share it even if it's only one locust. Water is colorless and tasteless, but you can live on it longer than eating food. Eat when the food is ready, speak when the time is right. The food eaten first lasts longest in the stomach. When your luck deserts you, even cold food burns. Happiness is as good as the food. Good words are food, bad words poison. The goat says, "Where there is blood, there is plenty of food." If you see a man in a gown eating with a man in rags, the food belongs to the latter. They ate our food and forgot our names. An abundance of food at your neighbor's will not satisfy your hunger,